So this morning I was woken up to a very loud sound, kind of similar to the one that's coming through this guy's microphone right now.
Get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck's wrong with my gun? What the fuck is it? What's wrong with my gun? Don't kill me. Wait. I guess the textures in the game haven't loaded up, so my gun is this color. What camo is this? Well, I actually kind of liked how it looked before. Anyway, last night I was woken up to a really loud noise. It actually ended up being a massive truck. There's a massive moving truck, and it's actually still across the street now. It's just a giant trailer. This is like the third or fourth group of people that have actually moved out of this house. I think it was 4 or 5 years. Last people that lived there for a really long time was this old couple. I know, I was like 8 years old or something. I'm actually starting to suspect that this place is haunted or some shit. There's like a lot of little folklore and tales in New Jersey, like the whole New Jersey devil and all that other creepy shit that you would be like told at like campfires and stuff, right? Obviously, as a little kid, they're sitting there telling me the story of this Jersey devil and things. Obviously, I'm gonna believe it, you know? It freaked me out. I mean, now, no, not so much really. I don't think there's any sort of like Jersey devil thing. But I have just yet to hear any like pterodactyl scream or seeing some sort of like mutilated deer corpse that looked like it was taken out by like a bear on steroids or some shit. I just have yet to see anything like that. So I mean, I haven't had anything remotely close to anything with dead animals. Most of them have been hit by cars, not killed by the devil. I had a little bit of an idea though. On top of me like suspecting that this place might actually be haunted, that's the reason why people just like move in and out so quickly in this place. It seems like the setup for a scary movie, right? Now in Jeff fashion, I mean, I don't really want to move into a place that's suspected of that, but that's just my overactive memory. But that's just my overactive imagination. There's probably nothing wrong with the place. I think just like a bunch of military couples and stuff live there, so they're always moving in and out. And the people that own the place are military as well. So they know other military people that move military couples into that military home. And since they're in the military, they just move in and out. That's a better explanation. But I thought about this. I had a lot of people go and tell me, Jeff, you never move out of your house. You know what? Of all the places that I would actually move into, I'll just move into that house. It's literally across the street from my original house. And this would actually be ideal for me because hear me out. I had this irrational fear that people would like me less if I were to actually move out. People would be like, oh, I like Jeff better when he was at his grandparents' house, right? Now, I don't want that kind of thing to happen to me. It's just something I can't even control. Even if my content actually got better in this place, there are people that just do not like change. They do not like the background change and nothing. Shit, I even contemplated green screening the background. Take this exact desk, everything that's here, place it in a new place, and then just set the background up with a green screen. But I thought about it like this. What if I were to actually move into that place, and then whenever I needed to make a video, I could just walk across the street and then make my video here? Then technically speaking, I am living alone. I do have my own place. I'm doing grown-up things. Even though I do pay a bunch of bills already, but you know what I mean. That way, people won't be saying, well, Jeb, why don't you just move out? Grow up, dude. And then on top of that, with this privacy, I don't have to bring like any strangers into this house or anything. And on top of that, I could have like the social freedom. Like any girl that I meet, I don't have to like worry about bringing her in front of my grandparents or anything. You could just come to my house. I can actually pick up girls by telling them I have my own house. Oh my God, this is fucking genius. Why am I not doing this? It actually sounds so stupid, but it's perfect. And then when my grandparents want to move, I could just move back out of that house and back into this one for the rest of my life until I die. This is fucking genius. This is a breakthrough. But what if that place is actually haunted? It just seems too good to be true, right? Like what if I move in there and the first night, there's just some weird occurrence where my feet get tickled in the middle of the night when I'm alone. And then it turns out that I have a malicious feet tickling ghost or demon actually. It sounds fucking dumb, right? But there's a lot of other things like in New Jersey that sound even more dumb. There's a tree called the Devil's Tree in New Jersey. There's a tree in New Jersey that's quite a bit of ways away from me, but I've been to the area before, not the specific tree, but I've been to this area before where this tree is located. It's called the Devil's Tree, where apparently anybody that comes in contact with this tree ends up getting cursed.
Splash water falls on my butthole. It feels good on my butthole. Just lick my fancy and tickle my nutsack and scratch my gooch.
Yeah, but seriously, no, there's a tree out there in New Jersey. You can Google it or something, where there's a story that said there was a person that lived near this tree that murdered his entire family and then hung himself on the tree. Or maybe he hung his entire family on the tree along with himself or some shit. Some just fucking awful story. But they say that anybody that comes in contact with it, touches the tree, or speaks bad about the tree near the tree, you end up getting cursed. They say that people have done graffiti on the tree and then drove away and then gotten an accident in that same night. There's a YouTube video that I've seen on it where there's just like little things. Like there's a guy that told a story about how his friend just like simply lost his wallet after he did something to the tree. There was a guy that was a part of like an undefeated baseball team, I think in college or something. He touched a tree and then the game that they had like 2 days later, they ended up actually getting crushed by a team that they shouldn't have lost to. It's just apparently just brings all sorts of bad luck to the point to where it actually has protection on the tree. Like you're not allowed to cut the tree down. They also put like a chain link fence around the base of this tree so nobody would try to cut it down. But I mean, if somebody was actually like ready to cut this fucking thing down, I don't think a chain link fence is gonna like stop anything. That's just me. I'm just saying, if I was determined to cut down a tree, you're gonna figure out some way to cut it down if you really wanted it to be cut down. And it's not even covering the complete base of the tree. Why don't you just cut above where the chain link fence is? I mean, the thing I'm most excited for is just like the privacy. I think that's what anybody's really excited about when they go and get a house or like they go off to college or something. Especially if you don't have a roommate or something. Like I could just wake up and just walk around butt naked. I don't even need to close the bathroom door. You know how revolutionary that is? I don't know, it's just a theory. I'll update you guys. It probably won't happen though. It's just theory crafting. I can't grow up. I just can't. At least I'll always have somebody there with me.